With Alisa. This is Alisa. Today we are going to have a look on very important topic, that is use of prepositions. Use of prepositions is one of the critical things in English grammar, and I have found out most of the teachers, even grammarians, they make mistakes, and students, they are too much confused in coping up with these things. So let's find out one by one how these prepositions are used accurately and nicely. So let's take one by one. For example, let's take example of in and at. So students get confused where to use in, where to use at. So in is used. Let's take, for example, placeal prepositions. So placeal prepositions are those prepositions which are used for place. In is used for large cities, big cities, known places, famous places, and countries and continents. While in comparison to that, at is used for small places, unknown places, districts, small cities, and with those places where you are not familiar at. So let's take a couple of examples in order to elaborate these two prepositions. For example, I live in Delhi. I live in Delhi. Since Delhi is a metropolis, so you have to use in. I live at, for example, let's take some village. I live at Vikepuram. So for little places, for villages, towns, unknown places, you have to use at, and for bigger places you have to use in. He lives at airport. So why to use airport there? At is also used for public places. He lives at a railway station. He lives at the railway station. He lives at the bus stand. So for public places you have to use at, and except that you have to use for small. At is used also for smaller places, unknown places, villages, districts, and small cities. So I live in Kuala Lumpur. I live in Delhi. I live in Mumbai. I live in Jakarta. So you have to use I live in Malaysia. So for countries you have to use in. For bigger cities you have to use in. And again, if it is a small place but it is popular, it is famous, then you have to use again in. And for smaller places, unknown places, use always at. Thank you.